Next up, we have Maria talking to us about MIRA. Maria is our lead product designer at Molecule, all-round fantastic person, and is going to be telling you a little bit about what we're building. Cool, thank you.
Okay, and how do I set the presentation? Okay. Hey, everyone. How are you? Welcome to day 2. I'm super happy to be here to see so many new faces. Also, it's really nice. Louder? Okay. So I am Maria. I am the lead product designer at Molecule. I've been a designer for over a decade and across several industries. I transitioned to Web3 in 2020, and I joined Molecule in 2022. And I gotta say that designing for DeSci and designing in this space has challenged all of my assumptions. Like, working for such a complex set of users and such a complex use case have really pushed the limits of my understanding of what product to human interaction is. The thing about DeSci is DeSci is trying to unite two opposing, in many cases, and very, very different communities and user groups. On one side, we have researchers, and on the other side, we have degens or PhD gens. And DeSci is trying to harness the power of the blockchain infrastructure to be able to give meaningful use cases to both of them for the benefit of science and also for the benefit of humanity as a whole. So at Molecule, and as a designer, we've been building products to basically help researchers do DeSci, and by doing so, reimagine how research is funded, how research is and science is owned, and how science is shared. We've developed products so people can register ideas on-chain, can also tokenize IP, fundraise and trade scientific assets, and also just now recently we launched a product so people can track and share progress about their projects. The one thing that all of these products have in common, because they are completely different for completely different audiences, for completely different use cases, is that until now all of them require human intervention and human action. All of those products were for researchers, for DAOs, for funders to interact with and to take action and control on their own, and they were designed for human interaction. But now we're entering a completely different time. So now as a designer, we're integrating AI and designing with and for AI. So I'm just curious, how many of you feel like you guys are AI users, you guys use AI-powered tool on daily basis, weekly basis? How many of you are AI builders? How many of you are AI lovers? How many of you are AI skeptics? Interesting. Okay, nice. So yeah, for me, it's I think it's a really beautiful time because we get to work and design with this completely new element and layer in between us. But at the same time, it's a time where we do need to rethink about interaction, about trust, about transparency, about control, and also about human identity, right? And I do think in all of these cases, whenever we do use tools that are AI-powered, we often need to think about the role that we play. As a designer, if all of a sudden I have a tool that takes all of the design tasks away from me, what am I? So I'm also guessing if researchers and science start, it's run by AI, then what's the identity of scientists and what's the role that we play in it? So just we are entering the AI era, DeSci is also entering its DeSci era. And although we've been super busy building Molecule Labs, we save some time to play with AI and LLMs. And I am here to present, a very humble, very, very primitive version of MIRA. MIRA stands for Molecule Insights and Researcher Assistant. It's just a humble tool for researchers and people that are coming into DeSci to learn about the space, onboard, discover our products, and just resolve their most basic questions. And I just want to share like a couple of insights while building this tool that I just wasn't aware before building anything that has to do with AI. We made her aware of her flaws. Like at the beginning, she was like super confident, was taking context from all over the place and give it very inaccurate answers about what is DeSci, what our products do, and what you can do with them. So we made sure that we had some tools and monitoring in place to make sure that the context she's using is accurate and it's been curated and it's actually useful for people. The other element is that we wanted her to be aware and conscious that she does not have always an answer. So whenever she doesn't have the right context or the answer, she's going to literally direct you to one of our team members, likely Rafa and Yingwei. So we wanted her to be like just a simple tool to then reach to our team, and instead of like hallucinating and inventing like a random response. And and thirdly, like we just want this to be like the beginning of like a new set of products that we're going to deliver. This is now an assistant to help you resolve some basic questions, but in the future, we imagine that she might help you, interact directly with some of our products and our primitives. So I invite you all to test it out, and just get back to me with whatever feedback and ideas you have about it. Thank you.